Hey my friends, so this video is kind of off the cuff. I'm about to go into the gym and it's Easter weekend, and the work I obviously do as a coach and the study that I'm doing for therapy is to support women to believe in themselves, to stand in their confidence, to go for what they want and be who they came here to be. And the reason why I care so much about this is because of my upbringing and the life that I had and what I overcame and how I got out of what I was in and who I am today and who I'm able to be today and how I'm able to flourish completely, how I'm able to step into confidence and cultivate confidence, how I'm able to feel like I magnetize opportunity and attract things towards me, how I'm able to mother my two beautiful boys and be the wife to my husband and an amazing friend and client and coach, and just who I'm able to be in the world. It feels like a miracle, but I know it's not, because I busted my ass to get to where I am. And so I, over the week, was watching, and I watch things like this all the time, like specials where women get into cults or people end up joining these religious groups, men and women, and they end up just having no belief and no confidence, and they don't know who they are and they don't know their values, and they just end up like listening to the mentor or the guru or the person. And it's because of a lack of their own self-trust, their own self-confidence, their own self-esteem, their own value. They don't know their values. They don't have that in them. And many of them don't have it because they had a really difficult childhood, or they didn't have mentorship, or their parents treated them badly. And I recently watched The House of Horrors. I don't know if you've seen it. Let me know if you've seen it in the comments below. I was bawling my eyes out. Like, it was so crazy to me to see these kids being chained to their beds and in their feces, and their parents going off and spending money and buying all this food and not letting them eat, and just the starvation and the nourishment, and these girls, they got out, like the kids got out, and then the system messed them up. The system screwed them over. The system didn't put them in the right homes. And I was a kid in the system. I grew up in foster homes. And I know that's where sexual abuse happens, and all the bad things that happened to me happened there, where I was supposed to be taken care of, right? So the system's messed up. We know this. But what killed me was watching the interview and watching this girl who barely could speak. And I've watched many things where, I watched Soft Underbelly. That man is incredible, who interviews people that are on Skid Row, on the streets, and addicted to drugs and on meth. And it's so sad because these people are dealing with mental health issues. And I'm sharing this because I realize I don't talk about it much on my podcast or on my show, like helping people get out of domestically violent relationships, helping people find themselves in the mix of an unhealthy situation, and being that voice to be like, hey, get out. Hey, if it doesn't feel good, hey, if they're not treating you well, hey, if they're not valuing you, if this doesn't feel good, if this feels unsafe, if your body's like rejecting it, get out, call someone, get some help, like believe that you're worthy of not living that life. And so I just wanted to share, like, I'm going to do a podcast on it, and I'm going to do more videos on it, because there might be a woman out there right now watching me, listening to this, in a horrible situation, in a bad relationship, being financially abused, being abused by her family, maybe feeling like this is all there is, and I deserve this, and I'm not worthy of anything else. And that's not true. That's not true. Nobody deserves to be treated like that. You are worthy. Just because you are here on this earth alive with air in your lungs, you are worthy. And you deserve to be loved and treated well and respected. You deserve to be supported. You deserve to go for what you want in your life. You deserve to be taken care of and treated with respect and kindness and gratitude. You deserve that. And if we don't believe we deserve that, and we don't do that for ourselves, no one's going to show that back to us. And Farah, I know, because I've been in so many terrible relationships in my life where I was just treated like shit. And I attracted many of that because I believed I was shit because of my traumatic upbringing. And I don't know how or why I didn't end up being a drug addict or on the streets. I definitely had issues with alcohol. But for whatever reason, I found the work, I found the inner work, and I found people who wanted to hear my story and to hold space for me and to support me, and people who showed me kindness. My husband was one of those people. He was the first person I told my horrendous story to, and he didn't shame me. He didn't think I was broken or messed up. He was like, "You're so brave. You're so amazing." And I'm like, what? I had been told that I was dirty and that I needed to clean up my past and delete things off the internet. I modeled for a while in Miami, and you know, he was the first person to show me compassion and acceptance and invite me into self-reflection and taking responsibility and healing and looking at my shit, looking at all my shit that I had buried because it was too much. And many of these people that you see on the streets that are homeless or addicted to drugs or drunk or doing, you know, stuff that we as society deem toxic or gross or bad. You know, we judge a homeless person, or we judge drug people, like we judge them. Many of them have mental health issues. They didn't have a supportive family. Many of them have been sexually abused. Many of them have been physically abused. And I think that could have been me. For whatever reason, it wasn't. I'm blessed. I'm so grateful. And I've worked my ass off for it not to be my life. But I believe that we need to have more encouragement for these people. We need to, and I need to. For me, I feel like this drives my work. Like every time I watch some of those things, I'm just like it charges me up so much. People go, what like gives you that energy that you have and that inspiration to keep going? And I'm like, those people, those women who I don't even know that right now are in an abusive relationship. Those women that right now are questioning their worthiness and looking in the mirror and hating themselves. Those women who are mothers and have children, looking to them that they can't support. They can't help because no one's helping them and they don't have anything in them to give those kids. And they feel alone. Like, that's what drives me. So I'm going to be talking more about this, how to build your internal confidence, how to value yourself, how to know when things don't feel right, how to follow your intuition, how to tune out the noise of the world so you can hear that internal voice that maybe is a whisper that's telling you, hey, this doesn't feel right. I don't think this is the way it is. I don't want to be in this relationship. I'm not happy. I don't want to be at this job. It doesn't even have to be an abusive relationship. It could be a job. Hey, my family's not treating me right. I don't want to do this. I feel guilty. I don't like any of this. This isn't for me. Like, how do we make that little voice loud so that's all you hear in your head is you and your discernment and your values? And you get to become who you want to become in this world. You get to do what you came here to do. You get to be who you want to be. You don't have to be in situations that don't feel good or feel safe to you or don't encourage you. There are so many people that will support you. And so I want to speak on that. I want to speak on that because I genuinely feel like me especially, I feel like I can make an impact on the world. I feel like my voice and the way I say shit and how I say it and where I say it and how loud I can be and my voice can travel. And if someone can hear it, I believe that it can change their life. I have over 1,000 testimonials of women from a podcast that they listen to on Spotify. Oh my God, I left that relationship. Oh my God, I quit that job. Oh my God, your voice was in my head when my husband died my whole time. And now I feel like it got me through. Amazing. Free podcast. If I can do that, we all individually here on the planet can make an impact to each other. So that's what's driving me right now. I am feeling so excited about talking about this. And if you know anyone who needs support or a good ear, please share this video, share this podcast, share this channel, share the work with them. If there are other amazing creators, follow them, share their work, because the more of us that listen to empowering things in our ears, and that message is the message that starts landing inside of us, and that's the voice that we hear, because maybe ours is a freaking whisper. If I can be your loud big sister in your ear telling you and reminding you of who you are and that you should live a happy life and go for what you want, and give you permission, if that's what I need to be until you grow your voice, fucking amazing. Life done, complete, message done, impact done. Like, that's all I desire. So please, if this resonated, share it. If you have questions or comments, drop them below. Let's turn this into a conversation, because man, there shouldn't be anybody in relationships like that, in jobs like that. There is change that we need to make, and we can, every single one of us. You are freaking worthy. You deserve to live the life you want to live. You deserve it. I love you.